Hello, Mark Crossfield here. Today in my hands I've got the Titleist AP2 hitting up against the Titleist AP2. So we've got the 712 hitting up, 712 on the bottom there, hitting up against the 710. So the two AP2s, last year's to this year's. I've also got some brand new Titleist balls. We've got trackman on. Let's see what the numbers are. So AP2 against AP2, 712 hitting up against the 710s. Biggest difference, as I look at them, really is the back. Titleist are telling us there's lots more. If I look at the back of these two clubs, the design's quite different. Looking at the soles, to me, looks very similar. I'm sure there are tweaks. Face, again, very similar. Two top lines as I look down on these two clubs. Again, ooh, maybe slightly thinner in the new one in the 712, but it's very marginal. But yes, slightly thinner on the new one. So look, we're going to give these two clubs a hit. I've never hit these two up against each other. We've got trackman on, got some real brand new Titleist balls as well. I'll give you some proper distances. We've got distance and launch angle on trackman is what you're going to hear. It's a bit of a headwind today. It's a rubbish winter day, so it's not going to go that far. But look, we're going to give it a hit. And just to give you an idea of the equivalence between the two on the numbers. So what we'll do is we'll start with the 710 AP2. So this is the slightly thicker, top-lined AP2. Let's give it a hit and see how it feels compared to the 712, what kind of numbers we get. Titleist is saying it's new and improved. What would it do for my golf? Let's have a go. Here we go, 710 AP2. Okay, that's not a bad hit. Slightly out the bottom of the club, but it's 90%.
Vertical launch 17.7 degrees. Carry 168.0 yards.
So 17.7 degrees plus a 168 carry. So let's just give that another hit with the AP2 710. Does look good, this club, still looking down at it. Yeah, not a bad hit. Not flush, but it's 90% there, 95% of a hit.
Vertical launch 17.8 degrees. Carry 156.0 yards.
So 156, it was a bit more off the toe, so slightly weaker hit on the carry, 17.8 degree launch. So let's compare that up then to the 712 AP2, same ball. Now this is the newer one, looking down at it. It's so hard to see the difference, guys, to be honest. It's really hard to see the difference. Slightly squatter head, possibly. Slightly thinner top line, but it's so little in it. It's more the fact that the 712 is shiny still because it hasn't been demoed as much as the 710, which is the biggest difference in looks for me. So 712. See what stats we get up on this one. 168 was the bigger hit out of the two with the 710 AP2. 17.8 degree launch is pretty consistent. Let's give it up with this one. Not a bad hit, slightly heavy, could hit it better than that.
Vertical launch 19.6 degrees.
A little higher.
Carry 158.1 yards.
Same as the toey one I hit with the AP2 710. Let's give that another hit then. Better strike, a little higher though, and it's quite windy today, so that could come up a bit shorter.
Vertical launch 20.9 degrees. Carry 160.0 yards.
Okay, so 160 and it's going 20. So this one at the moment is slightly shorter, slightly higher. I'm just going to make a swing where I do feel like I stay over the ball a little bit more true to my normal swing. Those two I sat back a bit and it went higher in the wind. Let's see if I can get the truer flight like I got on the first hit with the AP2 710. Yeah, a little bit more forward. Again, it was fraction toe. It wasn't sweet, but it was good. I mean, they would hit a green.
Vertical launch 17.8 degrees.
Yes, it went down.
Carry 162.2 yards.
So 17.8, 162. So my biggest hit was with last year's one, but to be honest, to me, they're feeling identical. The stats there for me, if I was fitting myself or getting fit for those, they are the same. It's more about what I'm kind of putting into it. For me, both of these clubs are performing the same. Titleist are saying there's differences, and I'm sure they are when they get them on their club testing equipment. But when you get them in a human's hand, even a semi-decent player like myself, the changes in the stats there are minimal. So if you're playing off a handicap where you're not going to get that consistent hit every time, you'll struggle to see the difference. You're going to be changing to the new AP2 over the old one on looks, or simply wanting to upgrade your equipment. If you're coming into the market with a new set of clubs, you've not had them before, definitely new AP2's got to be worth a comparison to the others, because it is a great club. I don't want this video to take away from how good these irons are. This isn't the point. The point is more for me that if I had a set of the old ones, I don't think I'd be changing to the new ones, but I think Titleist would probably agree with that. They're not releasing the new ones to try and get the old guys buying the old AP2 users of 1 year buying the new one. They're just trying to keep the brand going forwards, keep the product going forwards, and anyone who's coming into the market, they might want to consider the newer, slightly improved AP2. So look, AP2s, there's the stats from me, guys. If you get to a fitting centre, hopefully they've got both of the old clubs if you want to compare them. Just if you've still got the old ones, take yours and compare it to the new one. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Hope that gives you some help.